Okay, I was contemplating a rest day today, but toying in my mind about these buckets, thinking, oh, should I make up another one and have poly on the bottom, sorry, polystyrene, yeah, poly on the bottom, perlite in the middle, and sphagnum on the top. And will we get some red sphagnum or something? I thought, whoa, you know, why don't I do a quarter scale, 2.5 litres, it's a 10 litre bucket, so, why don't I scale it down by a factor of 4 sort of thing, because I want to get back to my music, because I found a link with the coloured, a possible way in to a coloured keyboard. It also links in with Eroica, Beethoven's Eroica, the theme tune of Eroica, yeah, it links into that, so it makes you wonder. Everyone talks about like Moonlight Sonata, and then you look at Mozart and you think he had more than one piece of work which had a little bit of night something in it, It had the phrase night music or something, or a little bit of night music in it. It wasn't just Eine kleine night music. He had at least one other, maybe two others. An organ work, a little piece of night organ work, or night choral work, or something other. You want to look them up, they're out there. There's at least another work out there talking about night music, and I'm thinking, well, is that because as you get late into the night and things look differently in the morning than they do in the afternoon, and at night time a yellow green will look more green than yellow, and an orangey yellow will look more municipal orange than it does during the day, sort of thing, as you get to dusk. And also when you get things like colours are bright, they seem to appear larger. When you have a flashing light, as the light flashes or glows, it looks larger than it actually is when the light's not on. And of course then you've got things like towels hanging on lines with light coming through behind. Wet things look darker, except when the light comes from behind, like you've got a piece of cloth hanging on a washing line and things like that. I think it's all somehow related. And there's a lot of primeness to do with the position of notes in the standard key and sort of things like that. The tritone and the fourth and the fifth, and blah blah blah. Because like 4 is a pensem, 5 semitone interval, and you got the fifth is a septsem, is 7 semitone, another prime number, and you go on forth, and all the interesting intervals, when you break them into semitones, are all like related to prime numbers in a way. So Anyway, I thought might as well make use of this 20-year-old sphagnum that looks okay but seems to be rubbish now. As I said, it seemed to kill off all those seeds. They all got like a fungal or something like that. But maybe this will fix that. I don't know. Maybe the gas coming up, putting the organism through the perlite, maybe it'll work its way up into the moss and kill off whatever's in the moss, or the 20-year-old moss, and make it tickety-boo again. I don't know, but So the first stage, I think, is, well, we can't use that because it just. So you get another one like this, another one like this, and we're going to stick that on there, sort of thing. And hopefully, if the wind doesn't pick up, Mug's Law says the wind's going to pick up, we're going to put that there and hopefully get our bags of perlite with our residual perlite left over from our other things, and just make sure we are in the screen, in the shot, because there's nothing worse than we're not, you see. There we go. And maybe pull out a little bit more. So everything's hunky-dory and tickety-boo. Hunky-dory, tickety-boo. I know. And if we can get the lip of this thing open, most Law said we're going to struggle. We're going to try and put this on top of the poly. So we put the perlite on top of the poly to a certain extent, just equal amounts. So we've got 1/3 of perlite, a poly down there. We're going to do 1/3 of perlite if we can when we get it in there. Up there yet? Yeah, I think we're about there, fellas. I think that's about it. So we got about 1/3 polystyrene, generates a reductive flammable gas, 1/3 perlite, which is poor man's storer or generator or storer, and they're not as good a storer as quartzite sand, which seems a bit too good a storer. And now we're going to fill this up. Once we wet this up, we're going to just get our if we can, we'll get this thing fired up hunky-dory and tickety-boo. We're going to get our initial primer. That should be enough for this sort of. Normally I do it for 100 or something like that, but we're going to try and get this in. 1, 2, 3, 12, 18, 19, 20, 24, 25. Usually up to that line. Usually up to that line. So we're adding, basically we're adding in 100 mils of this sort of stuff to a certain degree, and then we'll finish it off with a bit of water. We'll just fill it up. Okay, right, so I filled it up to the line sort of thing. Now I'm going to get a little chunk, a little slug-sized piece of chicken breast, and we're just going to sit that on top, and then we're going to add the sphagnum. So this will, as I say, be down about 2 inches or so in the water. I may need to cut that. I don't want to cut it with that. It might be. I don't like the iron. I don't want to cut it with something that's rusty. So I don't know if we can do this. I'm thinking about cutting the chair. And maybe just get it started sort of thing. I can do the rest with my hands sort of thing. Maybe it's Tarzan. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna pop one on one side and one down on there. See if we can, put this in and just, get it so we nice and even Stevens, as they say. Might become important. I don't know. So I don't know, fellas. Can you see that? Is it even Stevens? Is the thing gonna focus? I don't know. Touching the lens, or almost. Okay, that's enough fart-arsing around. And then the next stage, well, the next stage might be to go down onto the ground and get this down here or something like that, or move that to one side and get it down like this, because we probably want to show ourselves putting it in where we can find the right bag of. Does it really matter? I suppose it doesn't really. It's all pretty bad. We'll put this in and we'll just we'll see, put it in and see what happens. You never know. Might get a surprise. The moss might go blue. I don't know, fellas. But I thought it's just give me an idea, And we're going to go down and spend 20 bucks on this stuff. If we're not really going down the right path, I think. Maybe I should see if I can get some green stuff, I don't know. But anyway, I thought I'd put it in, see what happens. You never know. We might get a bit of a surprise. And once it's all tucked down nice, and I'll make it all nice and confluent with the water sort of thing. And it should all start 4 days. We should start to see some pinking and reddening, especially in the perlite zone. Okay, well I think that's nicely tamped down there like that. So now